This is TY back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about Terrence Bud Crawford. I wanted to talk about there's some rumors spreading around that Terrence Crawford may have signed with PBC. There's rumors that Terrence Bud Crawford may have signed with PBC. He may have signed a 2-fight deal. And the 2 fights we don't know about. I'm hoping that the last one has to do with that's if Errol Spence beats Ugas, and if Terrence Bud Crawford fights whoever he fights first. Couple of names that's been floating around is either Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman. Both fights to me are good fights. I think that they would be great fights actually. Him and Terrence Bud Crawford against Danny Garcia will be a good fight. They got a lot of history together. I think Danny Garcia had beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs, and then Terrence Crawford they had a 1-1 record in the amateurs against each other. So they both have fought each other twice in the amateurs. So there's a lot of bad blood between the two of those guys. They don't like each other. There's a lot of history there. So I think that would be an exciting fight. Keith Thurman is also an exciting fight. Keith Thurman is coming off his unanimous decision win against Mario Barrios. What was that, back in January? So that's also a possibility of that fight happening. So I'm excited for either one of those fights being on PBC. I think that both of those fights would be exciting fights, and I think they would be good fights. And then if Terrence Crawford gets past whoever he fights on PBC first, and if Errol Spence gets past Ugas April 16th, which is coming up here soon, then I think that then we have the fight that we've been looking for, and that's Terrence Bud Crawford against Errol Spence. So I think that would be a great fight. And that's something I'm really looking forward to. So I just hope that these guys can get past their fights that they have first. But if it is true that Terrence Crawford has signed with PBC, this is big news. This is great news, and this is great because now it's almost looking like we're getting closer to the fight we all been wanting for the last 3 or 4 years now. So I'm excited if this is true that if Terrence Bud Crawford fight goes on to PBC, because that's where a lot of the welterweights are at, especially all the big name welterweights. Like I just mentioned, you have Danny Garcia, you have Keith Thurman, there's Boots, but I know that he's not gonna fight Boots, and Boots already has a fight coming up anyway. So you have him, like Errol Spence. I mean, you got a lot of guys, you got a lot of welterweights over there in that division, or in that promotional brand of PBC. So if it's true, I'm excited that Terrence Bud Crawford has signed with them for a 2-fight deal, because like I said, it's closer to the fight that we've been wanting, and that's him against Errol Spence. And I think that would be good for him, because again, that's where all the welterweights are at, and it also makes for more exciting fights, because again, you have Keith Thurman, you have Danny Garcia, 2 guys that they also have fought each other, and Keith Thurman won that fight, and this was at a time where I think Danny Garcia had a belt, and then Keith Thurman took his belt by beating him. So that's what made Keith Thurman a unified champion at one point in time. So it just makes for a whole great dynamic for a good fight, either one of them against Terrence Bud Crawford. So I hope that this is true. I hope that this is accurate, and that we get those fights, and then that we get the Errol Spence fight. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. You know, do you think that Terrence Crawford done signed with PBC or not? Or what do you think about the fights that, you know, could possibly happen between him and Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman? And also, you know, if he gets past one of them guys, that the fight that we all been waiting for against Errol Spence. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you guys think. Peace.